Some residents are saying changes need to take place after another deadly shooting in Gainesville.
TV 20's Emma DeLama tells us what residents believe could be done to keep them safe.
Most of these shootings happen on the weekends.
Dustin Terry lives blocks away from Simon nightclub in downtown Gainesville. He's unhappy with a recent increase in crime in this area.
I don't know what the police can do, but there needs to be something done.
Gainesville police detectives say a man was shot near Simon's around 1 in the morning Saturday. The victim was transported to the hospital, where he later died. Police say the gunman fled the scene and no arrests have been made just yet. This comes a month after a series of shootings in Gainesville beginning on Easter weekend, including 2 shootings near Simon's on April 9th.
I spoke to residents who wish there was more police presence, especially on the weekends.
I know that some other people definitely are more paranoid, and their paranoia makes them not want to come out, which is not good for business in the Gainesville area.
Multiple residents I spoke to believe a greater police presence in the downtown area would prevent further gun violence.
And I think that if there were more police force, just scanning the area, that maybe some of these recent crimes may not have happened.
Officials at the Gainesville Police Department say they're aware which parts of downtown have the most crime. They're planning on having officers out and about this weekend monitoring the area.
There's going to be enforcement in all parts of the city in reference to the gun violence, especially those key areas where the gun violence is primarily occurring all the time.
It's one step officials say they are taking to keep the community safe. Reporting in Gainesville, Emma DeLamo, TV 20 News.